we're moving our coal operation. I'm not making this fucking trek down to 4 pieces of coal ever again. Look, we're going to take the whole thing with us. We're going to set it up in that weird haunted jungle to the north of our base. I think that's going to be better. Look at that. 37 coal come out of there and 68 coals come out of the box. So we have more than enough fuel to set up all of these other machines to keep running while we're away in the haunted jungle. That should be fine. I hope there's no aliens hiding in the haunted jungle. I'm not sure if it works like that anyway, so there's probably nothing to worry about. There we go. We're all fueled up again. Okay. Let's take this up here and get it set up so that it's outputting. And then with some of the iron plates that we're getting, we can make a conveyor belt that comes all the way down and then eventually replace this coal burning thing with an electric thing instead. I know I'm saying thing a lot and probably not making much sense, but I know what I'm talking about. It'll be fine. Alright, so coal, fuel, in order to produce more coal, which is great for now. Perfect. Let's see how much copper plates we've yielded. 34. That's great. That's all automated already. And 80 of these bad boys. Holy crapoly. That is fantastic. Look, we can make so many of these transport belts. Actually, you can probably get this like little transportation network set up already so that at least we can then pick coal from a box that's close by. We'll queue up a whole bunch of those ready and we'll get an inserter ready as well. And what we'll do is we'll have the transport belt come down here and deposit into a box around here so that I could just pick coal centrally and then distribute it out to all these places that are burning coal to power themselves. Until we can switch over everything to using the electric grid. Fucking fantastic. Look at that. We're up into the kilowatts. Can't believe it. Will this be enough of these little transport belts? I'm sure it will be, actually. But 64 of them, I think, should be way more than enough. Okay, we might have to chop down some trees that get in the way, too. Such as, well, this one. Fucking tree. Come on, get out of here. And this one, too. Jesus. So much wildlife just getting in the way of my progress right now. It's fine though. I didn't mean to do that, but like I said, look at that. You can just easily pick stuff up off the ground if you've misplaced it or whatever, and there'll be no penalty for doing that. Holy shit, we are chewing through these. We've only got 33 left. I can't believe it. Okay, we can change the direction as well, so we can have like a nice little like curl come down here. The coal can have a nice view of the lakeside as it makes its way down, and of course I've misplaced those as well. Can come all the way down here to this stone, and actually if this is sort of close to the stone, that'll be good because the stone can ride on the same conveyor belt network, and we are just short of these. We're gonna have to make some more. I can't fucking believe it. Unbelievable. Maybe not turn there and there. Look, we'll turn in here like this, and look, if I'm ever lazy as well, look, I can just ride the whole thing. Look at this. Whee! Little guy just rides on the conveyor belt. It's fucking awesome. Actually, that might be enough. Let's do that. We'll have the box here. Oh, shit, that music scared the hell out of me. And we'll have the inserter at the end of the belt here, ready to go. And then all we got to do is power it up. Look at this. We'll have a power line that comes up here like this. Perfecto. It's ready to go. And all we need to do now is get rid of the box up there, and we should be in Coal City. Fantastic. And I have just enough of these for this to work. Is the coal coming? Yeah, there it is. Look at that. We can explore the journey that the coal takes to get back to our cool base. Our cool base, which is slowly coming along. Oh, fucking look at this. Holy crap. That's really, really good. Okay, there's enough fuel in that. There's enough fuel in most of this stuff, actually. How far are we off? Oh, look at this. Electric mining drills. We can actually make 2 of these. So we can actually replace these coal-burning drills for the iron and for the copper with 2 electric drills. We will build 2. We need lots of stuff with them. Thankfully, we had tons of copper plates and iron plates, which is mostly the materials that were needed. And we can stock back up on both of those just by emptying out these chests. Look, that's all it takes. Look at that. We're in the money big time. Fantastic. Okay, so these things are huge. Look at how big these are. Holy crap. So if we put it over here, we can expect to extract 3.6k copper ore, which isn't actually enough. We'll probably chew through that fairly quickly, but it's good enough for now. Okay, fine. Let's get rid of this one then. And we'll just shove this one here. 3.2k. Fine. We just got to power it up. We just got to make sure that there's a... Oh, shit. We're going to have to build some more of these electric poles. Alright, we'll get a steady supply of electric poles in, and we'll have the electric pole come up over like this. Now, great. One less thing to worry about fueling. And look at this thing go. Look, it's just like sort of moving along. That reminds me of Anno 2070. I don't know if you've ever played that game before, but lots of machines very similar to how this thing is sort of using propellers to like pick up ores and put them onto the conveyor belt. It's kind of cool. Look at how many ores come out too. It like extracts stuff very, very quickly. We can also replace the one over here with an electric one as well. This is going to be great. Alright, let's get this set up. So this is going to extract 12k, and that's because there's much more iron ore over here than there was copper ore over on the other side. It's fine, we're just going to have to find another deposit of copper ore eventually and hook it up to the electric grid. Perfecto! Look at that! Fucking tons of iron and tons of copper coming out. And it's nighttime again. Depressingly, once again, it has become nighttime. Fucking believe that? I mean, I suppose it's bound to. I think there's day and night cycles, but also there's like wind cycles as well. Like you'll see slowly, see like the steam that's coming out of the steam engine, it'll start like changing course and it'll start like floating like that way instead and that way and stuff. That's pretty cool. I mean, for like an early alpha, it's not too bad. Oh, by the way, I mean, if you want to play this and you want to get on it, there's a free demo that you can play on the Factorio website. And then I think it's like 10 euros to get into like the bog standard early alpha. So you pay for the alpha, you can start playing the game straight away. I think there's like dev updates every month or whatever, and then you get a copy of the game when it's like fully released. I think they're trying to get on Steam and stuff. They're not on Steam yet, so you have to do it like through their website or whatever, but hopefully they do. I mean, hopefully this gets greenlit on Steam and more people can play it, because I've been enjoying it a lot. I've been playing it a lot, making these like big wacky contraptions and stuff, and for me, that's perfect. I love doing all that shit. Okay, what do we need to upgrade next? We probably want to get some technology on the go, actually. We probably want to do some technology upgrades. For that, we're going to need a lab. We've got everything that we need to fill the lab full of science, which is good. So let's do it. We're going to create one lab. You can have multiples of these as well, and all of the labs work together towards the same goal. Basically, they just consume those potions. You put the potions in, and it eats the potion over the course of like, I don't know, 20 seconds or whatever. And most upgrades need like 10, 20, 30 potions or whatever, science potions that is. But then the later you get into the game, it requires a lot more, and you need like more industry set up to produce all of these things and stuff. It's pretty cool. For now, let's get our lab set up here so that it's within the electric grid. And let's look at upgrading logistics. We'll upgrade logistics first. Look at that. We're going to need 20 of these potions. It's going to take 15 seconds for each potion to be consumed by the lab. That's fine. But the effects of actually learning logistics mean that we get underground belts, which are pretty cool, a fast inserter, which is much faster than the ones that we're using now, which is cool, and a splitter, which is really good for creating sort of like 2 or 3 of these production chains where we're producing plates and stuff. We'll get to a point where we can produce iron plates very quickly and in abundance, which we're going to need for everything else that we're doing. Look at that, advanced oil processing, fluid handling, holy shit. Alright, logistics then. We're going to research logistics, and we're going to need 20 potions. Fine. We'll go in here then, and we can make 18 potions. We'll probably be able to make more because they only need copper, which we have tons of, and iron plates, which we also have tons of. Great. Okay, so let's just make like as many as we can of these, I suppose, or well, at least get down to like 20. Fine. So the downside about doing that manually is that, see how long it takes to make all these? Like if I want to make 20 of these, I can't make anything else for like a minute or however long it's going to take to make all of these potions, because my sort of local queue is done. So like if I wanted to make some transport belts or whatever and add them to the queue, it would make all this stuff first, and then I would have to wait forever to make the transport belts. So ideally we want to be in a position where a lot of this stuff is automated. It's filtering through to like a little factory module, which then can create this stuff and either store it in a box or just feed it directly into the lab. That'd be even better. So that's the aim. We're going to do that eventually. hopefully. Uh, if you guys can bear it, if you can stick around for that long, or if you're enjoying this enough to stick around for that long, we can do it. If not, you might have to download the game and try it yourself. It just depends. It really just depends on what people think of this. I know, for me, it's a fun game. I don't know if it's like a bit too slow-paced or whatever. You'll have to let me know. Leave me comments and let me know on Reddit and stuff. And we'll see, anyway. Okay, so we'll leave those potions to finish up. And in the meantime, we'll just make sure that we have enough. Yeah, we got more than enough. We can top it back up. We want to make sure that the coal is coming out of there steady. And we'll see how much coal we've actually collected down here. Oh, look at that. Look at this. What a cool factory already. We need to make sure that these boilers are always topped up too. We'll shove a whole stack in there, and then the rest of it in there. Okay, perfect. And we'll just continue emptying these things out as well, so that we always have copper plates and iron plates. Perfect. I think I have enough potions now to just dump. Yeah, I can just dump 20 in there, and that'll be fine. So, this thing is now consuming the potions towards logistics, and I have this progress bar up here, which every time one of these is consumed, that'll increase a little bit, until we sort of research all of logistics and unlock all of the upgrades that we get. So like I was saying before, underground belt, fast inserter, and splitter. Fuck yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay, I'll manually grab some stone. Sometimes, when you've got a big factory, and you've been extracting stuff in an automated fashion all of that time, sometimes it's just nice to actually get out there and use your muscles and do some manual labor. Wouldn't you agree? No? Just me? Probably just me. And even as I say just me, I'm thinking about doing manual labor, and honestly, I feel a bit sick right now, because I do not like manual labor. I'm quite happy for automation to take over in the case of manual labor. That is just absolutely fine for me. Okay, perfect. Alright. I'm going to go over here and see if I can find any aliens, or see if indeed there are any aliens close by, because what they do eventually after a while is they start attacking you, and it's a little bit weird. I don't know if it's because it's like an early alpha, or, whoa my god, look at all the coal down here. I don't know if it's because it's early alpha or whatever, but there's no real obvious thing to let you know, except for like a little thing that blinks on the mini-map, but there's no like siren or anything to let you there. Look, I found some aliens. Look, there's some aliens right here. If I see, there they are. They're down at the bottom there. I see them all crawling around. They're biters, small biters, and they come out of these nests, which we can maybe think about attacking. But eventually, these biters are going to start moving up here towards my base. And whilst I'm sort of trying to figure out my logistics, like placing my transporter belts, trying to get my magical potions to go into my science labs and stuff like that, those fucking bastards are going to come up, and they're going to start chewing up all of my shit. And I'll only realize at the last minute, and after every one of these buildings has been knocked down, that that's actually occurred, because I'll probably be like up here farting around with something or whatever. So, as soon as we've got logistics unlocked, which is happening fairly quickly now, look, we're about halfway through, we're going to work on this one. Turrets. We only need 10 magical potions, and we can set up these turrets all around the perimeter of our base, so that if these things do decide to attack us, the turrets can just shoot them with their bullets in a very fast and deadly manner, which is exactly what you need, actually. That is what you need when you're on an alien planet with small biters and a small biter spawner nearby your base. And I think they just sort of spawn randomly everywhere, but there always seems to be one or two really close to your base, and they don't always attack you straight away. Sometimes it takes a little while for them to decide to come and attack you, but when they do, I'm telling you, watch out. And be vigilant as well. don't do like me and wait until it's too late and like all of your transportation and logistics are all completely eaten up and flushed down the toilet by those biters. Just get turrets. I think turrets is probably the first thing you should always research. Maybe logistics as well, because the splitter is kind of cool.